Hello, welcome back to my Minecraft tutorial series. So, in the last episode I told you our quarry was about done, and we'd be moving it this episode, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So, as you can see, I've taken up all of the equipment, the quarry. You can still see part of the scaffolding if we go down here. There's part of it. It'll dissipate on its own, just like, tree leaves, but if they're in your way, you can cut them. I put some markers, and I put a marker down there, if you can see, and I'm actually going to hit that and hope that I did right, and looks like I did not. Looks like I put something in the wrong place, and I did. I put the wrong one over here, so that's going to be a problem. Some of my dirt up there so I can move that. I like to fill in the giant holes the quarry makes. That should be the right one. I put some dirt over a little ways, and this hit up with the water source we put in there, so this is a water source from somewhere farther down. But sometimes it goes all the way down, so watch your step around the big giant quarry holes. Okay, there we go. So I put it a little ways down. Now I can put the filler down. Alright. And I can put the hardened energy cell, and I didn't bring anything. Anyway, you've seen this before. I just want to fill up the hole real quick. Alright, so I'll right-click on the filler. I guess I can't control shift-click in there. Okay, I do want to use the fill pattern this time. And let's see here. This is the right side. So there we go. It's filling in. And it probably should have enough to fill this in. I don't know if it has enough material. I may have to go back and get more dirt, but I'll handle that. I'm going to fill this up, and I just want to show you that I do like to do that because, if there wasn't a water, looks like there's a water source right down there, which is where this water is coming from. But if there wasn't, it might go all the way down to, the bottom. And flowing water can cause lag. I like to hide it. Flowing water, is kind of annoying. So we'll see how well this does, if I need more power or more blocks. And in case I go digging, I don't want to dig down and find myself somewhere I can't get out of. So I like to make sure those are filled up. I'm going to go make sure we have enough stuff to get a Tesseract, or actually we need 2. And if we don't, I'll go get the material for that, and I'll be back when I have that. And I'll show you what we're going to do with the Tesseract, and we'll move the quarry. Okay, I'm back. So you won't believe this, but I ran out of dirt to build this wall back up. Apparently, even all that compressed dirt I had, I did not have enough to fill this up, 4 high. So, you get a lot of cobble, you don't get as much dirt. You get a lot, but you don't get as much. So I should have made the lower levels cobblestone and the top layer dirt. But that's okay. I've made a second quarry right next to where the old one was. It's digging, and I've got these 4 chests here right now, and just a hard energy cell, which is about to run out. It's already cleared out, it's already lasered out its area and built its scaffolding, so it's going to go for a little while longer. You can see it's already put some stuff in here in the various chests, so you can actually have it go, 4 different directions. So we could do that, but obviously this is not what we want in the end. We want to use the ME system to get back everything we have. We want to deliver power and take the items back, which is completely possible. However, as I said, Tesseracts are incredibly expensive, as they should be for what they do. So that's fine. So let's take a look at the Tesseracts. So, a Tesseract requires bronze and silver around a Tesseract frame. We're going to need 2 Tesseracts, so we need 8 bronze and 8 silver. That's no problem, I already have bronze. and I have plenty of silver. To get a full Tesseract frame, you fill an empty Tesseract frame with Resonant Ender. Resonant Ender you can get in a magma crucible. Ender pearls give you 250 millibuckets of Resonant Ender, and we need, if I've done the math right, we need 2 full buckets of this stuff, which should be 8 Ender pearls. So let me go down to the basement. Magma Crucible is set to export. This is set to import. Nothing in here right now, so that should be fine. So I'll start putting the Resonant Ender in there. Alright, so that's going to be 2 buckets. You know what? I need 4 more Ender pearls. I only have 4 more, so I hope I have enough now. Alright, there we go. 4 more, because I know I need 1 Resonant Ender bucket. So I'm going to take this bucket and we're going to fill that. Have a Resonant Ender bucket. You'll see it's part of another recipe in a minute. Okay, so we've got enough to fill our Tesseract frames now, if we had them. So, Tesseract frames require diamonds, hardened glass, and enderium ingots. We've not seen either of these things before. I've told you about the hardened glass. You can use them to make transparent fluid ducts and item ducts. You know, I didn't see a need for it, so I'm not worried about it. But this is the substance we would need to make those things and to make the Tesseracts. So we need 4, or rather 8 pieces of hardened glass, 4 per Tesseract, and we can get 2 from 8 pieces of pulverized obsidian and some lead dust. So let's see here, we're going to need 4. No, we need 2. Yes, 4 lead dust and 32 pulverized obsidian? I thought we would only need 16, but let's see here. My math skills aren't perfect. Put more of that in the pulverizer. We get hardened glass in the induction smelter, so I'm going to put that in there with, let's see how much we get out of the induction smelter. So 8 and 1 gets us 2. I know we need more than that. Yeah, we need twice as much. We did need the rest of the pulverized obsidian. We did need 8 more pieces. The pulverizer goes back in here, so did I get the rest of the obsidian? Oh, I need to pulverize 4 pieces. Each piece of obsidian gets you 4 pieces of obsidian dust. So I did not pulverize enough. Sorry, complicated recipes when I don't have everything there. Alright. I should have the rest of the dust now, or the pulverized obsidian. I guess in a newer version of Industrial Craft they do have obsidian dust, which you can use too. Huh, pork chops in there for some reason. Alright. This should be the last of the hardened glass we need, at least I hope it is, because I don't want to make any more. Alright, so where does that leave us with a Tesseract? We've got enough for 2 of those. We've got plenty of diamonds and enderium ingots. They can be made in the induction smelter from enderium blend with pyrotheum dust. We made pyrotheum dust back when we were making our flux hammer. So I've already made some of that. I think I only need 2 of those. So hope my math's right on that one. Enderium blend, we only need 4 of these. Each one will get us an ingot, so we need that Resonant Ender bucket, some pulverized shiny metal, and pulverized tin. I have the tin. Now, you can get shiny metal by pulverizing ferrous ore, and there's a 10% chance you'll get shiny metal, or pulverized shiny metal out of it. So that's where I got this from. And my ender bucket, and there we go, 4 enderium blend. Get our ender bucket back. So if we go back to our induction smelter, 2 and 4, I hope will get us 4 Enderium ingots. Two. I think I did the math wrong. I think I need 4 of these, or 8 of these. Of course I do, because we need to make 2 of these, not 1. I need 4 more of these. Alright. Okay, I need some more Enderium blend, which means I need 4 more Ender Pearls. Oh, do I have 4 more? I have exactly 4 more. Wow, I did not even check to see if I had it. I didn't know I'd need quite this many. I knew I needed a lot, just know I needed this many. Alright, get me another bucket of Resonant Ender. So, 16 Ender Pearls to make these 2 Tesseracts. Good thing I had them. Alright, so I've got 4 of those. I need 4 more, and I need to make the Enderium blend. I need 2 more of that pyrotheum dust. Alright, 2 of these and 4 of these will get me the rest of my Enderium ingots. And once I have those, I think we're good. I think we can actually make these Tesseracts now. Well, the Tesseract frames. Then I'll have to come back down here to the fluid transposer to put the resonant ender in there and actually make them into Tesseracts. No, that would make them filled Tesseract frames. Then we put the whatever it is in there. Okay, I'm going to put all of this back into the ME system. So, can we make Tesseract empty frames now? I can make 1, I can make 2. Perfect. That's how many I needed. So, we need to go fill these with Resonant Ender. And I have 2,000 millibuckets, or 2 buckets. It should be... Okay, it was being slow. I was like, huh, what's it doing? Why is it not filling? Okay. Alright, wait for this. I'll let the other one go while I finish making this first one. Alright, so now we have a full Tesseract frame, and a full Tesseract frame can be turned into a Tesseract with bronze and silver. There we go, a Tesseract. Is this one done? There it is. So, like I said, Tesseracts are incredibly expensive, but that's okay. They should be expensive. They do awesome, awesome things. So, I know where I'm going to place the one near the quarry, and I'm going to need some item ducts. I need item ducts to transfer the items, and we need fluid ducts to transfer... Do we need fluid ducts? No, we don't need fluid ducts. We need hardened energy conduits. I'm not going to transfer liquid. I'm going to transfer energy, and I'm going to transfer items. So, let's go see where to put our Tesseract. And I've got my flux wrench. Good. Alright, so I'm going to put that down there. I'm going to hope I have enough room in my inventory, and I didn't bring... I'm sorry, I did not bring my pickaxe. I'm not going to be able to move these things. Alright, gotta go back to the house, get the pickaxe. And I might need... I don't think I need item ducts, actually. I think I'm good like I am. So let's just put all this stuff into the network real quick. I need my pickaxe. Yeah, I think I can just push items in there from that pipe. I'm gonna have to check that, but I'm pretty sure I can do that. So, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. I need the pipe to be put back, actually. Okay, so, how to use a Tesseract? Well, I'm going to put it right here because this thing is going to send our items and receive our energy. And I need some more energy conduits. Put it up here and over here. And the configuration is enabled low. Configuration, the owner. Alright, so Tesseracts can be a little bit confusing at first, but they're actually just pretty easy. So, the first thing we want to do is tell it, I want to put this, I'm going to put this into owner mode only. So, I am now the only one who can play with this Tesseract. No one else can change the configuration. Obviously, since I'm the only one on the server, not really a big deal, but, you know, for server play, it might be. Enabled low, that's pretty simple. The Tesseract will be enabled if there's no redstone signal. The configuration, sending none, receiving all. Well, it can send items, fluids, or energy, or it can receive them, or it can do both. I don't know how you'd send and receive stuff, but whatever. So, what do we want to do? We want to send our items. We want to send those items back to our ME network. We don't actually want to care about fluids, and we want to receive energy, and I'm sorry, I only want to send items. I don't want to receive them, I just want to send them. So we are sending items and receiving energy. Now, you may think it's putting out energy, and it will, but what we're actually doing is sending item to this Tesseract. This Tesseract is receiving energy from the other Tesseract, and it's going to send items it gets to the other Tesseract. So the last thing we need to do is make a frequency. I think you can choose any 3-digit number. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to name this quarry. I'm going to save this frequency. I now have the quarry frequency, and I'm going to set it. The quarry frequency of 1, 2, 3. It is now sending items and receiving energy. Or it would if you put items into it or sent items from the other Tesseract. We haven't put the other Tesseract yet. Alright, so let's go back to the base and figure out what to do with this. So, alright. I've got some hardened energy conduits. This is an okay place for it right now, I suppose. Alright, so yeah, I think that'll work. So I'm going to put this chest right next to it. I'm not sure if I need an item duct for this or not. I'm going to have to think about that. But we'll find out in a minute. So, what are we doing on this side? So, on this side, we need to configure it to be sending energy. Alright, what am I doing? Alright, there we go. We are sending energy and we are receiving items. That's the exact opposite of our other configuration. Now, for this one, I'm going to put a high signal on it because I need to be able to turn this on and off quite quickly if I have not done the setup correctly. So let's go get a lever so I can turn it off and on. That's the wrong way. Alright, It's on, it's off. Great. I'm the owner, and you can see in owner mode, I now have my quarry frequency. So I can click that and click it on. And this would be going if it had a redstone signal. It's not going yet. Alright, so I think this should work. I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to run to the quarry and hope it's not doing bad things. It should be sending energy over here, and it should be taking the items back into... It clearly has energy. The quarry's running again. It's taking items in, so what is it doing with them? Well, hopefully they're in that golden chest. If they're not, we're going to turn the quarry off real quick, and we'll turn the Tesseract off and figure out what to do with that. Yes, you can shove things directly into that golden chest, which is perfect because now I can put an import bus onto it and put it right in the network. So let me go grab that import thing, that import bus off of here, and we'll go stick it in here. You cannot put an import bus directly on a Tesseract. I've tried it, it doesn't work, so that just doesn't go. So let's see here. Why is this up high like this? Alright, so where is my import bus? I'm going to use a precision import bus, and it's always on, moving stacks of items. There we go. Everything's going right into the network. And it's going to keep sending energy right from the... Well, you can't see it, but there we go. Hard energy conduit, there we go. And it's just going to, you know, keep sending stuff. It's got plenty of energy. We've got our unlimited lava. We've got our dynamos running. And they're actually transferring to this energy cell. So it's getting, you know, pretty much 400 redstone flux per tick. Just what we were getting before. So, you know, I almost never get that Tesseract thing set up properly the first time. I've already said that you cannot use an item duct here. It's equally true for putting them in the Tesseract. You must use a you must use a Buildcraft transport pipe to take things out of the quarry. Nothing else works. So there we go. We went from all those machines and packagers and whatnot to having just this one thing. It gets energy. You know, we've got plenty of lava to keep generating energy. This will just keep running until, you know, it gets to bedrock. And by the way, I think it stopped at 1, not 2 like I was telling you before. I think it will stop at bedrock. So it can't dig up bedrock, obviously. It can't dig up lava. It can't... Well, that's it. And when it lasered things out, there was a lake over there, so there's already a water source in here, in case you were wondering. Okay, well, there you go. That is a Tesseract. Incredibly expensive, but really, really worth it. I now have my system pretty much completely automated. I have plenty of space in here. Now, you may be wondering, is this going to fill up with cobble and dirt and whatever? And the answer is yes, but I've taught the network to make compressed stuff, so we can make it from here. We don't need the packager. We can use the auto crafting system. So let's see here. Compressed gravel. How much gravel does it have in the network? 6,000. So what is that if we divide it by 9? It's about 667. So it should have no problem making 512. Math is hard. Compressed gravel. It should have no trouble making 512 compressed gravel. And as you can see, here it goes, making compressed gravel. I've actually formatted the... I call it lots of blocks now, but I've actually formatted this so it can You know, it can store more types of blocks on it now. So we've actually got plenty of storage space right now. Even got a completely empty 4K storage in case we get some more item types. So we've got, you know, 70 some item types we can get if we find new things. Alright, I'm going to check the time. That's probably wrap up time. If not, I want to tell you about the recycler from Industrial Craft and what we're going to do with some of our excess material. So I'll either be back in a flash, or we'll see you next time.